Squirrel, don't do it. Almost nailed him. I was gonna try and stop before I smashed his little acorn-eating head. My bike is, she still remains nameless. She's in the witness protection program. I haven't named my bike, no. I don't know. I've never named any of my bikes or anything. I mean, I say bikes, plural, but this is my first two-wheeled bike. Had a 400EX. I used to ride sport ATVs, quads, four-wheelers growing up, and 450R for a while. It's kind of nice. But anyway, I've never named anything. The first video I did was actually of me putting the FMF exhaust system, fuel programmer, all that. And I gotta tell you, that was actually a good investment. It did add power. Whenever I go off-road, riding off-road, I put the Airbox door back on, and that you can tell the difference in what at least having that open Airbox door does for this bike, especially going along with this exhaust system. It really adds some power. But yeah, when I go ride off-road, I do put the Airbox door back on and try to keep all the dirt, gravel, mud, water all out of there. I mean, of course, you don't want that getting in your Airbox. But when I'm just pretty much strictly on road, I definitely take that dude off. But now, I will say this. If anybody's wondering about, is it okay on the interstate? It really is. That's what I do most of my riding on, unfortunately. I have a 50-mile round trip to work every week. 50-mile round trip every day. And unfortunately, most of that is actually highway and interstate. There's about 5 miles if I go one of two ways, about 5 miles closer to work. That is curvy. It's nice. It's a great ride. But unfortunately, it's mostly highway and interstate. So, yeah, this bike will do, under its own power, with this exhaust system and all that, about 95. Speedometer is about 5 miles an hour fast. So it'll do 90 under its own power pretty good. Which, I mean, you gotta think about that. It's a 250. That's pretty impressive for a 250 to be stretched out like that, to give you enough torque to ride off-road, and then actually stretch it out on the interstate. Now that's wound out. You don't want to ride 30 miles like that, because it is punched. But on the highway, it's good. It's got good enough power. I don't know the 0 to 60 time. I don't know the 0 to 60 time. But it's somewhere in the between 5 and 6 seconds. Now before, it was significantly slower than that. Now, are you going to win any races off-road? No. Are you going to win any races on-road? No. Unless I'm racing that F-150 up here, then yes. But I mean, it'll power wheelie in first. You can pop the clutch a little bit in second, wheelie it a little bit. So I mean, it's got power. It's fun to ride. Don't get me wrong, it is fun to ride. I don't know who this person is. But it's a fun bike. Now, don't get me wrong. Whenever I was trying to decide on this bike, I wondered what kind of acceleration it had compared to the ATVs I used to ride. I was wanting that acceleration on the dirt. Is it there? Not quite, but it's still pretty good. Depending on the tires you have, of course. I went back with the trail wings. I went back with the trail wings because I am on the road so much. I'm on pavement so much. And I get about 4,000 miles out of the trail wings, and I only got about 2,500 out of the T63s, Michelin T63s, which, by the way, it was a nice off-road tire. Now, as far as which way I want to go this way. It just doesn't have the longevity on the pavement, and it doesn't have the cornering speed either. The tread spacing is too wide in the on the sides of the tires. With the trail wings, I can very happily go to the edge of the rubber and even feel it pop out from under me and still feel comfortable enough to be that low. On my way to work one day, actually, I scraped some of my sole off. The trail wings actually grip on the pavement to do that. But, yeah, they're a little bit limited in the dirt. If I could combine T63's performance off-road with the trail wings longevity on-road, I'd be pretty happy. You talk about women? Okay, yeah, let's talk about this. If you're first starting out, and of course you're thinking, will I get ran over on a 250? You'll get ran over on anything. Honestly, you'll get ran over on anything. But if you're starting out, a 250 is enough. I mean, it's enough. It's enough to get around traffic. Now, on the interstate, if somebody's acting like a jackhole and just hauling ass, just get over, let them go, because you're not gonna be able to shoot around them and get around them on this thing. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's a good starter bike. You'll be happy with the power that it actually puts out. You'll notice that once you get on it first, okay, yeah, it'll go, but the power is easy to get used to. If I could have this bike, if I didn't have to travel so far for work every day, I would not even for a second consider getting rid of it, because it's a fun little bike. And I'm looking at the FZ07s now, the FZ09s, because I actually travel so far for work. So I need that extra comfort. I mean, the seat, that's another thing. The seat, it's fine enough when you want to go ride for a little while, but it's go ahead, for the love of God, please don't hit me, I will pee and poo on myself. And that's not a dignified way to go. What were we talking about? I don't know anymore. Yeah, the seat's not that comfortable. After a week of going back and forth to work, this seat is pretty rough. Oh my God, what is this car doing? Well, that dude is a moron. I didn't see any phone in his hand, so oh my God. If you're that dumb without distractions, holy shit. Yeah, seat is, don't get me wrong, it doesn't keep me from going and riding. I enjoy the bike, I love it. But anyway, we'll just get on the track. I wonder if he'll wave all the way over there. No, he loves himself. If you're thinking about getting the bike, if you're thinking about, you know, if you ride dirt and you want something that you can do a little bit of, you know, both worlds on, go for it. Is it going to give you the thrill of a regular dirt bike and you've been on them for a while? No. But the cool thing is being able to go from pavement to dirt and then vice versa and not getting in trouble for that shit. Unless you're just, you know, running through the median right here and going through these people. I'm gonna try to go find this road that I drove down the other day. It looked like it kind of had some curves to it at least. Looked like it'd be a little more fun. Another thing I have to say, the suspension on this bike. As far as roads go, this bike has great suspension for your bum. But the seat makes up for that. So you get good suspension for the crappy roads, and then the seat says, we've given you enough. I'm going to take part of your bum off. Is it enough off-road? Highway? Yes. Is it a good starter bike? Absolutely, because you can get off-road and screw up in the dirt. Make it, you know, it gives you the ability to make your screw-ups in the dirt, and it's a little more forgiving than pavement. And 60 right there. So if you want to count that out from where I started, stick. Then that would be the 60. This road look better than what it actually is. Hey, it's a railroad crossing. I want to live. Yeah, I'm gonna jump this bitch. What is up here? I have no idea. Never been this way before. Government property. So what you're saying is I can screw off up there? You can go to jail? Oh, Jesus. Skinny bridge, big tree. I did try and actually do a dirt run the other day, recording this way, which by the way, it's on a chest mount, so I'm sorry if the view is kind of just crap. But I did actually try and do a dirt run with you guys, but the sound was so crappy. That's a stop sign, and that is a police station. Yep. Okay, so I shot around that earlier. If I run out of memory before this is over with, I apologize.